Okay, now I'm recording. Go, big girl.
3.
You're already on.
Stand by. Oh, I'm on. Hi, this is the Gregg and Michelle podcast number 22.
Third, whatever. You lost track because you're never fucking here.
You don't start out this podcast with the F words. No, you don't.
I just did.
Well, that is not called for. So somebody told the guy that I work with on the radio, Tony, a listener called him and said, saw Michelle's podcast. Didn't realize what a potty mouth she was. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, don't you listen to? Oh, she swears like a sailor. I don't swear that much on here, do I?
No, I do. You do a little, but not a lot. But you know how that goes though. Anytime somebody who works on the radio swears anywhere, they think that you're vile.
It's always the one. It's like one person always takes the hit on the show. Yeah. Like Tony will say, Satan is my lover, and they'll go, that tramp Michelle. Like, it's always me. What?
Is Tony radio pussy guy?
No, but I'm just saying our listeners, classic rock listeners, are not female friendly. They're like, that tramp Michelle said something again. No, it wasn't me. What? No.
Yeah, I agree with that. They're very, very, very biased against the chicks.
That's fine.
Are you still in quarantine?
Gregg.
It's over, Michelle.
No, it's not. And I don't want to hear.
It's over.
You started off with the F word, and now you're talking like that. I will not have it. I'll put you in timeout.
It's over.
It's not over.
It's over.
It's not. I have been enjoying it and gaining weight and cooking and watching the Food Channel. No, it's not over. I'm still in quarantine. I'm still up north. And you're lucky I'm not up in the UP, which is where I got this new gaming headset. Look, the colors change. I walk into, what's it called? Best Buy. And the nerdiest guy, hello, up in the UP, they have one Best Buy in the UP. That's where I went.
And far and wide to buy their electronics at the Upper Peninsula.
Right. And I said, listen, I need something for audio. He goes, gaming audio? And I go, no. He goes, I said, radio audio. I need something. And he said, no, this will work. It's the best one. Where's the box for it? It's like I told our producer about it, and he's like, can I have it when you're done? Like, it's like the turtle.
Oh my God.
Just muted. Oh, see, boop, boop. It's very high tech. But anyway, so this is my new gaming. It sounds like crap. Like, it sounds like crap, but whatever.
It doesn't sound too bad. My kid Cooper goes through 3 or 4 of those a year because he's throwing them, he's yelling, he's screaming.
I'll send him this one.
Those kids are doing online school right now.
You know what he's saying? He's saying, I'm not going to come and meet you on the street corner in the woods again, dirty old man. That's what he's saying. Because that's those weird people who play games with those kids.
I know, and that's all the friends they have.
Are they in school?
They're doing online school. It's called the First 9 Online.
Oh, no. No.
They love it, but it's not good for them.
Do they have to log on at a certain time and log out at a certain time?
Yeah,
that's bull. I don't like any. Because I heard, my friends' kids are doing that, and the teachers don't even show. Like, they got to do their own stuff.
My wife shows up every day. 8 hours a day, she's in her chair teaching kids online.
Oh, because your wife's a teacher.
Yeah, and half of them don't pay attention. It's hard. It's like I was talking to Cooper about this. He's 15. He's a sophomore. And I said, you got to pay attention, man. If you need some Adderall, I'll hook you up. Because sitting in front of the screen all that time is very difficult for these kids.
Right.
It would be for me, too.
I can't. Well, I can because I can sit. I'm a idiot. I can watch anything. I'll binge 4 seasons in an hour. Like, I can. But no, it's hard. And what about the kids that can't concentrate like that? I feel for them.
The little ones. Like, if you had an elementary school kid, I just don't know how they're pulling that off. It's way too difficult.
And I do. I feel bad. And then I also have friends who there's a 15, a 12-year-old, and 11, and the mom works, so the 15-year-old has to get his self logged on and make sure that the 12 and the 11-year-old are doing it too. And that's not, it's hard.
Over. We need to get these kids back in school.
Speaking of which, Gregg, oh my gosh, right? You can do split screen, right? You can do share screen on here.
Yeah.
Please Google right now, and you're going to share screen. This was a big controversy. Speaking of schooling this morning, this guy got fired. Go tattoo kindergarten teacher. Google that. So this guy gets fired because he's tatted, right?
Yeah.
And which is kind of a crappy story when you hear it. You go, why would they? So what if he's tattooed? He's a great kindergarten teacher. The kids, wait till you see his picture. Google it. You're gonna scream. He dyed his eyes black on purpose. And look at this guy.
Oh,
Screen share it. Now, I was against this until I saw this guy's. The kids are going home with nightmares. Look at this guy. He got fired.
there it is. Look at this guy.
Look, okay. Wait till you see his eyes.
Look right here.
He got him.
Wait, can you see it?
There he is.
Underpants.
He purposely got his eyes dyed black, like you can get your. See that? The black. Now, he was a kindergarten teacher. What the hell? What? Pick another His tongue is forked, too, I think. I think he's got a forked tongue, I think. But yeah, so when I first read the story, I'm like, this is an outrage. They're judging this guy. And then look at him. He's like, Satan.
Look at. Hello.
So I know. So either you can teach your kids online, or this is look at right there.
I'm not. That's just weird.
So kids were going home with nightmares. Other kids love him.
No forked tongue.
Oh, I thought I read forked tongue. Maybe on the bottom there, isn't there a little something? Whatever.
Weird.
But anyway, so speaking of, this is where your kids could be going to school. I never thought I was judgy. I'm like, you wave that, you want a tat, you get that tattoo, you wave it, you go. But look at this clown. You're just trying to get in trouble, right?
Stupid.
You're asking for it.
You can't teach kids that way. Maybe high school.
But the black eye.
I didn't know you could even do that.
No, because I would have done it years ago. Because my soul is as black as those eyes.
Oh, you did. You did.
Anyway.
But anyway, my kids are doing the online thing.
Are they? Greg.
It's not good for Coop. Noah loves it.
Coop's the little guy. He's the one who's gonna. He's the loud. Yeah. He's the one. He'll be doing 10 to 20 by the time. No, you get
15 to 20.
15 to 20. No, but he's the one. He's got Noah's like more, and Coop's like blah.
He's nuts.
Yeah.
But he's a boy,
But he misses his. Can they do? No, do they see their friends? Like, what's the situation at the Henson household?
They see their friends, but it's all online. I mean, in the neighborhood kids or the kids at hockey or whatever, but it's all online for now. So they're not really socializing in it. I mean, Noah works and talks to his friends online.
Wait, he works? What does Noah do? He's only 7.
Noah's 17.
I know he's 17. I can't believe it. What does he do? He works at McDonald's?
Oh, yeah, he loves it.
Oh, you know what? Good for you and good for him. Damn right, work at McDonald's. Listen, when I was 14, my mom took me down to get a work permit so I could work at Burger Crest. I worked at Burger Crest, and remember, I went through there.
Ate Burger Crest.
I ate at Burger, but then I drove through there like 10 years ago, and one of the girls, Julie, Kathy. I go, Kathy, do you still work here? She goes, I'm a manager now. It's been 45 fucking years. Of course you're a manager.
You just swore. That's like the Louis Anderson line from Coming to America, where he says, "See, now I'm washing lettuce." Yeah. Next thing, it's onto the fryer or something.
I love Louis Anderson. Yeah, so he's at McDonald's.
He's at McDonald's. He's making a ton of money because he doesn't pay bills.
These kids, they save money. They bank it, right?
He's doing really well there, but I had to cut him back to 3 days a week because of school. He's not there for the money; he's there for the experience.
Well, and you know what, Greg? Here's the other thing: as long as they're getting good grades, you let him keep the job. But the minute the grades slip, it's not that
right.
It's not that important. I mean, it's funny. I was talking. Where was I? I was just talking to somebody at the doctor's office, and she said, "I said, how come that place next door, the taco place, isn't open?" And she said, well, because 20-somethings own it and they don't understand about work. And I said, we had 3 jobs. I babysat, Burger Crest, and picked blueberries. We just worked our butts off.
Well,
so it is good.
Process now for Noah too, filling out applications.
Oh my God, already?
No, I know.
Is he a sophomore?
Noah?
He's a junior. He's not a senior.
He's a senior.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Born in 03, sister.
So what are his college? What does he want to do? Does he want to go away? Are you letting him?
He's got 2 options. Virginia Tech.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah, or if he wants to stay home, he can go to Virginia Commonwealth, which is like Wayne State. But it's also the biggest university in Virginia. So
How
he's gonna
far
do
is
the two.
how far is Virginia Tech from you?
About 4 hours. Just
Can
down the freeway.
If you've just tuned into our podcast and if you're just going, what are these guys talking about? We haven't talked in a long time, so
No, not
we're
about
just getting caught up.
that.
We're getting caught up. So how are the boys? How are the
Yeah,
Mason?
last night I had to, just real quick. Last night I had to
Yeah.
do financial aid stuff. You know, where you go online and you have to
Oh yeah, the FAFSA.
which I've never heard of. Did we
Yeah.
have that?
Yeah, I had to do it for Mason. No, we didn't have it, but I had to do it for Mace.
Yeah,
FAFSA.
now everyone said, "Oh, that's so hard. It's so different." It was an hour.
No, it's not that bad. It's hard because you have to sit and do something.
Right, but
And
the
you know,
web page, Michelle, now just imports all your tax info. I just went to the website, imported it, and it brought in a really crappy year, 18, when I moved to Lincoln
perfect.
for a year.
Yeah, you don't want to make a dime, right?
And then
Right.
Nikki wasn't working, so that was good. So we'll see what happens.
No, I'll tell you, and it's worth. My dad was really good at that when I was in college. He's like, I don't have a dime, but I'm going to teach you how you can get money from the government. You know, my dad, and
Nikki's working on scholarships. I'm doing the financial aid. We're
the
not
scholarships, the things, and yeah, I mean, but it is, you manage though. You will manage. I just remember thinking, just paying another. Oh my God, tuition is due, but there's payments, and you'll manage, and it's worth it.
We're
And
just not doing loans.
no, that's it. That's it. We didn't.
His
Mason was
option-
lucky enough. Yeah.
He could go to VCU for 2 years. I can cash flow that and then go to tech. Or if he gets enough financial aid, not loans, he can go to tech all 4 years because I have money.
I'm happy to hear you say that because these kids that are in this loan debt right now, I
doing-
mean, Greg, like 80 and 90 and 100,000, it's like a mortgage.
And you'll never own a house. You'll be 50. I have a guy who works with me. He's my age. He's 51. Still has student loan debt. You know what he's waiting for?
And he works in radio.
Yes. He's a promotion guy. He's a glorified stunt boy.
Oh, they could have hired any slapdick for that. And they hired, a college grad, right?
But get this. He was voting for Bernie, hoping it would wipe out his student loan debt.
Well, listen.
Stupid. Well, Bernie's not gonna win. But
Listen.
anyway, when I hear stuff like that, I'm thinking, dude, not one dime. If he graduates with under 10 grand in loan debt, I'm fine with it. No more.
That's the thing. You can't, because that's a terrible way to start out, I think. And these
and
kids.
Own a home.
You know what? Unless you're going to be a doctor.
Or a
If
lawyer.
you're right, if you're doctor, lawyer, if you're 8-year school and it's going to pay for itself in your first, once you get your own practice,
For sure.
that's a whole other story. But if it's just a business degree, F you, or just
You don't need
you know,
it.
so Mason transferred from CMU to this college out in Colorado. I don't know if you remember. And I called that dean and I said, you're going to have him out in a year, right? And he goes, sure, we will. 3 years later, I called that dean because they kept canceling classes because it's such a tiny college.
Right.
And I grabbed the guy by the lapels and I said, listen, asshole. He said, well,
Sure.
he needs 3 more classes. I go, no, he doesn't. It's a camping degree. You're going to graduate him this. He goes, yes, ma'am. It's outdoor leadership, whatever camping. I go, get over yourself. It's a camping degree. You're graduating him this spring. Yes, ma'am. And he did. And he still needed 3. Forget it. He's been in 6 years for no.
Is he a
I'm not
ranger?
the loan and paying for a rent for an apartment. No, I was over
What's he doing?
camping. No, this is a really cool thing. He's corporate sales. He went back to Colorado, remember, to work at Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, Michelle, you never know. He might own the Ace Hardware. Well, these young guys bought these chain of Ace Hardware. Mason's doing all the corporate sales and all the corporate. It's a great gig, great job for Ace Hardware, and he's thrilled. And so, yeah, but, not because of his camping degree.
All right. So you mentioned camping, and you also mentioned that you were binge watching. You know what I'm binge watching right now?
What?
People who live in their campers.
You secretly want to do that, though.
Not secretly. I do want to do
Yeah.
it. But there, tomorrow.
Nothing secret about it. Yeah, you're a motorhome guy. You could live in yours.
No,
You want
these
to.
guys are living in 13-foot scamps. There's this one guy who built a cat. It's called My Self-Reliance on YouTube. It's a fascinating thing.
Oh my
This
God.
guy built a cabin complex in the woods in Ontario with hand tools.
Just tiny. Oh, come on.
No, he doesn't even have power tools.
Yeah, wait till winter.
It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous thing. It's just him and his dog. His wife is going to move in soon.
Sure she is.
Well, I'm behind. I think she already moved in and moved out.
Sure she is. Sure, right. I was going to say, sure she's on her way moving in.
But I'm telling you, you got to these videos. There's people on YouTube who live in their fucking cars. Did you know that? They're in their cars sleeping. I am so fascinated.
By choice.
It'll be
By
like,
choice, though. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
some lady's like, I have no money, so I'm just going to sleep in my car and save on rent. And
No.
then they start these businesses.
No.
They got hundreds of thousands of people who watch them on YouTube. And
See.
I'm fascinated. I'll sit up on my iPad watching them till 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, I get fascinated by stuff like that too. I mean, I watch, but I could do it. I could live in a tiny house if
Oh,
all my shit was somewhere else.
no, you got to get rid of the shit. That's the problem. I could live in the tiny house. My gut couldn't, though.
No, seriously, I could live in a tiny house. I think I could, but here I'd need a couple things. I do it. I would need, and I don't care.
Plug in your vibrator.
I want, yeah, it's bigger than the house. No, stop it. No. Yes, it's on its own trailer. It's its trailer. You're an ass. No, I would need I want full viewing capability of every streaming service without worrying about that. I do. I want internet.
Getting internet.
And then that's it.
It would be absolutely amazing.
See, I don't need to like you said. What are you still doing up north? The quarantine's over. I can live in a cabin in the woods somewhere. I'm fine.
You now?
Fine.
You never have to go back to work?
Well, at January.
Oh, that's what we're saying too. But
yeah.
I'm in my office. I come in every day.
I know. Me. You're ruining it for people like me.
Yeah, but it's better. I have to because my wife's teaching very loudly downstairs. My kids are upstairs.
You want to.
I'm like, just get out.
Well, okay, so let's get to this time is flying because we've not gotten caught up in a long time. But I want to.
I lost 17 pounds in the last year.
Really?
Get this.
17. Okay, that's a deck chair blowing off the Queen Mary.
But
17.
Hold on though. 17 pounds. Do you know what the result is?
What? How many inches?
No.
You can see your peen again. You can look down and see something. What's the result?
That's the tip.
See, you got another 25 to go before you can see any kind of shape.
You know I'm a type 2 diabetic, right?
Yes, you did tell me this, and I don't like it. Worries me.
I get back my blood work. I'm no longer diabetic.
You undid your fat sugar diabetic?
Undid it.
Look at you.
In January, my A1C was about 9. 9 is bad.
Yeah.
4 months later, it was at a 7. The latest one, 5.1.
I'll tell you what.
Is 5.6. So I'm no longer diabetic.
Well, and I'll tell you, like your skin, everything looks really good right now. You do. Your eyes are clear. You do. When you're when you're diabetic, your eyes get yellow. But I'll tell you, sugar is the devil.
It is.
It's horrible for you.
When I say I've lost 17 pounds in 8 months, it's
sugar.
2 pounds a month. It's just 2 pounds a month.
Slow.
And it's easy.
What'd you cut out?
You know what? Honestly, I'm just eating 1 meal a day.
See, and you're not messing with sugar. I'm telling you, sugar is. I got on this terrible pandemic kick where I got Canada Dry Ginger Ale. I haven't had pop in 5 years.
Right.
Sugar, wheat, dairy. You know me, I'm holistic. I've been, I lost all that weight. I got in bed with a little can of pop, and so Mama has to have her case of pop a week. And this, I can't. It's bad. Or a 2-liter. I'll do it. What? It's terrible. It's loaded with sugar. It's terrible.
The only thing I eat now that's really terrible is I get smoothies at Tropical Smoothies.
That's not bad. That's not
sugar.
And let me tell you, this is what this Stephen A. Gundry says, who talks about those nightshades and how Tom Brady and Giselle are on that whole nightshade diet. And that's how Kelly Clarkson lost her weight. He says, if you eat a banana, you might as well take a handful of Skittles.
Really?
Same thing. That fruit breaks itself down.
It's natural fruit, not processed.
It is. And that sugar, you should eat it first then, because it will allow your body to absorb the other good stuff. Listen to me, I'm all of a sudden I'm sitting here as a manatee. I've put on the 17 you lost, I've gained. Not exaggerating. I have gained some weight. But
go home.
Yeah.
Get your life back.
What did you say?
Get out of the cabin, go home. Get your life back.
Wait, go home, Michelle. Go home. I don't wanna.
You alone there?
No, here, I got the dogs. Me and the dogs. No, just me and the dogs. Come here.
I took my dogs to the groomer today, and he gave the side-eye fuck you look when I left him. He was so pissed. Oh, is that Ziggy?
This is Ziggy. Yeah, he's yeah. And then Olive, who's come here, Olive. Come here. She's like, no.
She's the best, right?
She's the one who was somebody that I work with, and I fostered her.
Yeah, that's the one, right? You stole her.
That's the one that fell in the river.
Yeah.
She almost drowned in the river and paddled her little habits. All right, we need to talk about some stuff. I want to talk about
The
sports.
debate tonight, real quick.
Yeah, the debate, 9:00. So
tell me you're not dying to see how this works out.
I'm dying to see, because here's the thing. Joe Hayden, they're calling him Joe Hayden, which I thought that was funny. Have you heard that one, Joe Hayden? Joe Biden. I've not heard that, or Basement
Hunter
Joe, I've heard.
And Joe Hayden.
Joe Hayden. And President, now they say that Trump's going to eat Joe for lunch, chew him up and spit him out. I mean, do you think, because I do think there are moments that Trump trips over his own, he gets a little too,
Yeah, but here's what I think.
Okay.
I think Joe's going to have a hard time tonight, because I do think he's got early onset dementia. What I think they've been doing over the last 2 weeks, you know what they've been doing over the last 2 weeks, where they're calling these lids on his campaign, where at 9:30 every morning they say, no more availability, Joe's done for the day.
We're done.
9:30. At 9:30.
Yeah. He woke up at 4, he had his breakfast, and now he's done. Yeah.
13 days in a row. So what I think they're doing is they're pulling his ass out of bed early. They're putting some Brill cream in his hair, putting him in front of a teleprompter for 20 minutes. He's making statements, and then they're putting him back to bed. Because I think they're trying.
Stop.
No, listen.
They.
They. I think they're trying to minimize the effect of sundowning, which is what happens when you have dementia. You start to have confusion and fatigue at night. I think they're trying to shift his body clock so the old man can stay up tonight.
You're funny. Well, well, there is something that's interesting that is new with him. Other than, he is slow. He is, but this thing.
I'm telling Michelle,
he's just starting to squint all the time, and whether that's because he can't see, it makes him look confused. It does.
He is confused.
Well,
here's the thing. He's eating a lot of prune juice. He's trying to stay awake at night. Did you see today that they wanted 2 breaks in the debate, and Trump's F you, dude. I do 90 minutes a night. I'm shaking.
He's got energy. You can't say what you want about Donald Trump. Love him, hate him. The guy's got energy.
He does.
I mean, he does.
And he says, if you can't stand for 90 minutes, you can't be president.
Never smoked, never drank in his life. You do. He does have energy. Here's what I don't understand, though, Greg. Here's what I don't get. I don't get the vice president debate. Why do we bother debating with? Why is that so stupid? Why do we have a vice presidential debate?
Oh,
never understood it.
It's just
you guys. Nobody. Well, wait a minute. In this case, it might matter because people might be voting for the vice president because of Kamala Harris. Because
because Joe's a Trojan horse. Does that
right? I don't know if that's me. You. I don't know.
I'm just going to close my mail just in case.
Yeah.
It very well.
It's not me. Nobody sends me mail. I'm up here in it. I'm Ted. What's his name? Who's the Unabomber? I'm him.
Kaczynski.
Yeah, Ted Kaczynski.
Anyway, I think what's going on with Joe is elder abuse, and you'll see tonight.
I said that to my dad the other day. I said, "Listen, you better not say a word, and I could smack you right now, and nobody would know, and they'd believe me over you." He started laughing, and I didn't laugh. He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Listen, I got my dad. I did this trade. Oh my God, for air conditioning in their house, central air. But it was really expensive because they split. It was like $18,000. It was trade for me to do the spots for him, right? Yeah. So, Dad, you're getting it free. Free, Dad, free. Your entire house. These split units. They're $5,000 a piece. They put 3 of them in there. The free. I mean, he's called there every day. Well, there's a no. I go, okay. So I called the owner and I'm like, hey, I said, he goes, no, your dad has been calling here every day. I go, are you kidding? I called my dad. I go, listen,
one more call.
I will rip those things off the wall and beat you about the head, neck, and face with them. And and nobody will know the why. They'll think you just had a heart attack because you're 87. I go, that's it. Nobody will question me. They won't know. I'll slip in and I'll slip out.
Wait, they still have a phone connected to the wall?
I'm like, no, I'll rip those units out of the wall. Oh no, my niece got him a smartphone. That's another big disaster. I can't get it to work in my car. I can't. And it's very sad because people say, you know what, Michelle, he could be gone tomorrow. Yeah. He could be.
Speaking of that, since you and I last talked,
yeah.
I wanted to say, do you remember my first partner, Jamie?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that kid died of colorectal cancer at 49 years old?
This is Greg, and
and he was the morning guy on the ticket. I just want to say, I haven't said anything, but condolences to his family and his friends. It's just the saddest thing imaginable.
I had only met him once through you.
Mhm.
I was with you. We were at an event and I met him. And you even said, you go, you're okay, but this is the favorite person I've ever worked with. That's what you said. But you know what? An honest, kind person
Was
is hard to come by in this business. It really is.
yeah.
And that's what everybody said about him.
He never let
Yeah.
radio reduce him like it does a lot of us. And you have
Oh,
to admit,
please.
a lot of us get reduced by it.
Right.
I've done dumb shit in the name of
Yeah.
radio. He never compromised that way, and I just I wanted to acknowledge his passing. It was about a month ago, a little over a month ago now.
So sad.
I know.
Yeah.
And he's got young kids and just the worst imaginable.
It's hard. It's hard to it's hard to it's hard, the whys, it's hard to figure out why something like that would happen. I know people
I
for
know.
years have been saying this, why people, but somebody like that who's a good,
Good dude.
person, you just I just and from what all things I hear is that his family, an outstanding wife, and just really, yeah.
Anyway, so that's a little bit of a downer, but we haven't talked since then, and I just,
No, and I think that's really kind, and yeah, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. There
So-
was so back to sports by the name of
Oh.
Jamie, because the guy loves sports. Back to sports. Let's get to sports a minute. The debates tonight. Well, okay.
That's-
Why will they fire? Because you always have the inside of this.
he's
Because
fired.
if they Matt Patricia,
Yes.
they're going to fire him.
He doesn't make the playoffs, and he won't. I mean, the schedule gets a little softer now, but you can't start the season again blowing a lead.
What do you think about him?
I think
He's what?
I think he's a disgusting, overweight idiot.
Well, okay, two things. When he said last year when the guy was leaning down, he goes, sit up, respect the process.
Yeah.
Really? You're wearing a backwards hat. You got food on your shirt. You look like you're wearing a muumuu. What do you mean respect the process? A, and B,
Like Ross,
when they tried to blame him when he said, I am responsible for one of the best plays of all time. What is that? Wasn't that embarrassing?
that was the Super Bowl play where
Yes.
they picked the ball off.
Who cares? Nobody cares.
Nobody-
Nobody cares right now.
5 years ago. You're the head coach now. And I think, I just think here's the problem. If you ever noticed, every coach the Lions have hired since Gary Moeller sounds the
Wow.
same, acts the same, has the same speech cadence. They're all,
No.
I mean, Marty Mornhinweg, Steve Mariucci, everyone except maybe Jim Schwartz. They just sound like idiots. I could have told you, and I did tell you, that Patricia would fail. And I got to be honest, I don't care if they fire him or not, because they're just on to the next asshole. I mean, they're all idiots.
Well,
and like I said, when you hire somebody from Belichick's coaching tree, you're hiring Picasso's fucking paint boy. You know what I mean? You're hiring the guy who's holding that thing where they
yes, sir. No, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're not hiring Picasso.
No, they think that they're going to get a little bit of the magic dust on a little bit of the magic. It's funny when you bring up Mooch. You and I, we had to interview
He
him.
was friends with Tom Izzo.
Well, yeah, they were friends, but we had to talk to them every Monday, and you were gone. You were gone, and I had to do it alone. We interviewed him every Monday when we worked at
Carter
97.1.
Email though, he didn't know anything about sports.
Well, yeah, they put me. Well, here's what you said.
Your Burberry hat wearing.
No, I was working with you at the time,
Okay.
and you weren't there that Monday.
Is that when
I had to
when I was in Europe and they auditioned my job?
Probably. But listen to this. So here's what somebody said that I should say, and I'll regret it. They said, ask him about the curse, the lion's curse. I didn't know better. I had to interview him alone, Greg. I had to interview the mooch alone. And I said, hey, and they had lost another one, and he was all pissy about it. And I said, so what is this? Would you feel like there's just a lion's curse? He ripped me up one side, down the other, back up, down the other, back. I don't want to hear that come out of your. And then he's like, I'm not doing it anymore. Oh my God. And I was like, I didn't know.
So
You were gone.
What you should have said was, okay, so there's no curse. Then you just fucking suck.
Yeah, then you're terrible. And then wasn't it Wayne Fonts? Is he the one who was doing Blow with the Ford daughter, Wayne Fonts? Didn't he get in trouble?
Probably.
Wasn't he doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think I think that was a Illich daughter that was doing Blow.
Illich, that's what it was.
Oh.
Not Ford daughter. I'm so sorry.
Oh, we got
Illich
college
daughter.
football back soon too, so I'm excited to see if State wins 1 or 2 games.
Yeah. Well, what about you though with U of M?
I don't
You're
think
the one that said
win-
you're not going to have a good season. That you don't.
No,
think.
they're going to win 7, 8 games, but Staten's not going to win any.
So you don't care about, because you said to me, this is you, the U of M fan, Listen, the Michigan State game doesn't matter. It's the Michigan-Ohio State that matters. That's the real rivalry. You've always said that to me. Nobody gives a flying Dutchman about the and now it's on, Halloween, the Halloween matchup, the Michigan. But they are not going to have any fans in the stands, right?
Well,
Whatsoever. The Big
as
Ten.
of now, I think that could change as the season goes on, though, because you're seeing fans in other stadiums.
That's what I was going to say.
COVID's over.
It's not. Stop it.
Okay, so
I'm not leaving this cabin
so
to pry my dry fat ass out of here.
You know what, though? Come January 1st, you know what? You're still going to say, oh, I can't.
Listen, I'm compromised.
I'm going to give myself diabetes, so I'm compromised.
I'm compromised. I have a bad immune system. I just can't be bothered.
Look at these lungs.
Well, and the other thing is that, the guy I work with, Tony, he loves working at home, and he thought he would hate it. Now and we had really good ratings, like the best we've had in years. Sorry, sucker. Don't mess with it. Don't mess with us.
My
right.
station went to number 2 overall. It was 12th when we got here.
You know why, though? Because do you have people who've been there for a while? Because I think during this pandemic, people just want regular, they want the comfort.
Morning guy's been here 3 years, afternoon guy almost 7. But, Limbaugh's killing it for us.
That's why.
But I mean, the whole station's just crushing it. Like when I got here, we were 12th. Now we're 2nd. And then in the adult demo, the one that matters, we cracked the top 10 for the first time in years. So it's going really well here. I'm never leaving.
Same, really? But you know what? That's that whole beautiful area that you're in. You're in, you're in nice.
Degrees today outside.
What is it?
78 degrees.
It's 46 today.
It's going to rain, though. We're going to get hard rain tonight.
Oh, too bad. Oh, you're going to get rain.
But I'll be in shorts and flip-flops walking through it, so eat me.
We have to go. We're done already. This was a really fun phone call. We got caught up. We didn't get to anything. I know I wanted to talk about Carol Baskin, Dancing with the Stars, Reno, that she's
later,
off.
I can do some research on her.
But we'll do that. We will not listen. We promise we'll do this weekly. Should I say weekly or bi-weekly? What do you want it? What do you?
Weekly. It's not that.
I can do it weekly. I can do it weekly.
Cabin in the woods. All you have to do is roll out of bed, which, by the way, I'll tell you, all I want to do is sleep.
The bed is right here next to me, too. These are bunk beds. Like, roll out of bed. I'm in bed.
There's a big bedroom, right?
Yeah. There's 2 bedrooms.
That's where you keep the kids you snatch off the street.
Yeah. No, I keep them in here up on the top bunk. Yeah, this is my studio. I'm telling you, I'm never leaving. But yes, okay, once a week. I'm making a promise right now.
Make the promise to do it once a week. Did you see Victor show up in a wig looking like you a couple weeks ago?
I heard about you asked. And then I swear I know that you think I'm full of shit half the time, but I swear to you, my internet was down. I was having a big panic and you guys kept calling. And I'm like, who's calling? Jesus Christ. Like, pick up, Chunky. Such assholes. I love you. I miss you though, Greg. I do. I miss you. I love this.
Just show up every week and you won't have to miss me.
I will. And you know what? You got that beard's a little long there, Chief.
I know.
Usually you leave it.
See the little...
I don't know, ZZ Top. I don't know about that. I don't know, Billy Goat. All right.
Important last time, but you never showed up. But you notice I keep the eyebrows from having those.
And you know what? I think your skin looks. You look good. You look good. I am so. You don't want to know. Look at this.
Oh no, not your tummy again. No.
Yep. I put it on. And ask me if I've been out of sweats. I haven't been out of sweats. And what?
You never show the audience your boobs. You just show them your gut.
Yeah, that's because it's all one now.
Because what?
It's all one now. Boobs and a gut. Yes. I knew you'd like that.
Wait,
I knew you'd get a kick out.
The
sports bra. I've been wearing the sports bra for months, and you didn't want to know it's a you. I had to do a TV commercial the other day. I had to go to Grand Rapids. I am not an animal. I came out of my cave. I did this TV commercial, and I'm looking at the pictures going, what's wrong with that? I forgot that I wore my sports bra. So when I was sitting in this chair, my boobs are in my lap like a uniboob. I mean, I'm like, shit, I brought the wrong bra for this TV commercial. It was embarrassing. But anyway, there it is, uniboobs. And then I thought it was they sent me the script. I thought there was a bunch of people. Nope, just me sitting in a chair. I go, where's the cast? You're it. You and that uniboob. What?
You're smoking with the Masterpiece Theater music in the background.
Hello. I just ate a pack of Pall Malls. All right, it's time to go. I love you. I miss you. We'll talk next week.
All right, be here next week. Don't be an asshole.
I will.
All right, is that good?
All right, peace. This has been Gregg and Michelle's podcast number 20, whatever, and we'll be back next week, and we love you and everything else.
Peace.